Go then, Ogier retaking the lead from Andreas Mikkelsen, 2.8 seconds between them. Chris Meek in third, 7 seconds off that lead. Hänninen remaining in that fourth position, Mads Osberg in fifth. As Ogier mentioned there, we will be heading into Lithuania on the second day of the event. First stage of the morning, of course, will be in Poland, then into Lithuania for brand new stages for the drivers. Welcome back to the high-speed stages of Rally Poland. Let's take a look at the Support Championships now and WRC2. Sebastian Chardonnay off the line in his Citroën R5. We saw success for him just a couple of weeks ago in Italy as he took second position overall there.
Carl Kruder in the Peugeot 208 T16 R5 car. It was a strong run by Carl Kruder, but just as we were coming to air, we've heard he's rolled in stage 9, and I think he's out for the day.
Fellow Estonian driver Martin Kanga, though. A successful day for Martin. Really strong drive, puts him into third position after stage 9.
Jari Ketama in the D-Mac-backed R5 Fiesta with Kaiden Strong co-driving for him. It's a strong performance by Jari, having a few moments along the way. Remember, he came to one stop line with 3 of the 4 corners all dented and damaged.
It was this man, though, his teammate, Ketama's teammate, Oyt Tanak, who leads the way in WRC2. An incredibly impressive and, importantly, Jules, consistent performance on the opening 2 days.
Yeah, strong performance by Tanak. We know he's got the speed, as you say. It's the consistency that he needs to get, and he's had that today. Good speed and good commitment, that's for sure.
Okay, let's take a look at our stages then for day 2 in Poland. The first stage, still within Poland. The next 2, heading into Lithuania. The only rally we do where we cross 2 countries and 2 different time zones. But we remain on Polish time for those Lithuanian stages.
We do, yeah, but the phones and everything changed, don't we? Here's Andreas Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen on a big push. Remember, he lost that lead last night in stage 3 in the Super Special to his teammate Ogier. Olaf Lund calling the pace notes.
Fastest through for Mikkelsen on
Andreas, listening to the drivers before, it's about speed and bravery. You've got a lot of that in there. Quickest so far by quite a bit.
Yeah, good stage for us. No mistakes, clean drive. Some places where we can improve, but overall I'm happy with that stage.
Thierry Neuville, Nicolas Gilsol in the Hyundai i20. Thierry saying it was so fast. Made a little mistake here. He wasn't sure whether he was going to get out today. He was really pleased he did. Robert Kubica, car's a bit straighter than when we last saw it last night at the Super Special on a big mission. I tell you what, really quick in the stage. Third fastest.
As you mentioned, huge commitment coming through from him. Fans loving the fact that he's very much on pace and mixing it right up at the top of the field on this stage.
Another man mixing it right at the top of the field in this stage was Hayden Paddon.
Short to the beat screen. 100.
Just look at Mikkelsen's time.
Let's 7 left plus to finish. 200 to stop. Hopeless. Sorry? Absolutely hopeless.
So close.
Hayden, you can take some good satisfaction out of that second quickest so far.
It's very surprising. The driving wasn't so good. The notes are on the too slow side. And okay, I love the stage, but I was an absolute pansy in places. So, but the time's okay.
An absolute pansy. He was even saying absolutely hopeless. Absolute second quickest. Being hopeless and a pansy.
Well, we go.
I don't know.
So Mikkelsen then with the lead over Sebastian Ogier, 0.4 of a second. Chris Meek in that third position spot.
Hayden Paddon with that time up to 6th, overtaking his teammate Thierry Neuville. That won't go down very well. Latvala starting to get a bit of confidence and is into 8th place as they move on to stage 5 across the border.
Our first stage in Lithuania, almost 13 kilometres.
These stages are a little bit more different, Bex, to the Polish stages. You can see a lot more greenery, a lot narrower, a lot bumpier, but still fast.
Et la pont vers léger gauche, 100 mètres, droite 150 à fond, rail bon. 100 mètres derrière, ciel à pont vers léger gauche et 120 mètres, léger frein, droite 150 moins. Droite 150 moins, pour gauche 150 moins, Milan léger.
It's incredible to get a sense of that speed from this onboard. As you mentioned, these stages different to the Polish ones, but the pace still very high for you.
Frein gauche 140 plus, Milan.
Okay, his teammate Jari-Matti Latvala again on this real fast-flowing section.
Nyppymäisen 2,3 miinusen, heti oikein 4 oli nypyn 10. Hae nyppymäisen 5 ahdas ehkä urat.
Big commitment down this straight, as you've heard Mika Anttila, but here is Mads Osberg and Jonas Andersson.
Halvflyger på grön 100, med vänster minus i vägdel, håll in. Öppna 6 plus, lång i krön. Öppna 6 plus, lång i krön, 120. Lite sent på höger, loss i vägdel. Till mål, till vänster, loss över krön.
It's a good run from Mads. Would put him fastest through the stage.
Our rally leader then, Andreas Mikkelsen, over front. Wasn't lying much. I tell you what, it was swapping from one driver to the next. Mikkelsen, like everyone down here, on an absolute push.
So Mikkelsen's lead now, the slimmest of margins, just 1/10 of a second over our world champion Sebastian Ogier. Mads Osberg still in that third position overall.
So Jari-Matti now up to 6th. Neuville and Padden swap over in that stage. Padden dropping to 8th place. Stage number 6.
Tell you what though, what's interesting about that top 10 is the gaps are still quite small, Jules.
Well, high-speed stages, we see this in Finland, where it's really brave and flat out. The gaps are small, but that was about to change. Ogier first on the road. We said earlier on, not getting the better conditions sometimes, but in this stage, he did have the better, because the road was going to deteriorate pretty rapidly.
Okay, take a good look at this stage and the way it looks right now.
Attention, ciel face, 60 mètres, gros frein, droite 120, bon Milan tenir, 70 mètres, gros frein, droite.
Also a little bit damp in the trees, which is helping his grip.
Definitely better. I think it was not a disadvantage to be first on the road on this one, but it's a tricky one for rest, so I didn't take all the risk, but it's okay. I'm also happy with the stage. It's another good one for us.
Another good stage, as he said, no risk out there yet. Jules, it's still early days, very much so in this rally.
Mikkelsen running 4th on the road. Now just start to see some lines, proper lines. That's because they're starting to become ruts. You can hear much more stones, much more aggressive, the underbody car protection getting whacked. Remember, it was 0.1 was the difference going in. That's a big difference compared to these two so far.
I really tried hard in there, but it's getting so rutted, so for sure Seb has the opportunity now to go fast, but I tried to push as hard as I could in there. It's hard to do much more than that, really.
Latvala and Anttila in the number 2 Polo.
His confidence certainly did increase throughout.
Jari, the happy face I saw at the end of stage 4 this morning isn't really there. A little bit of time loss.
Yeah, it's not the best feeling. I don't have the fighting spirit for the victory. I know it's not on today, and now we have to see what we can do, which position we can get. Let's say, I think now we can set the target for the top 5. It's not going on the way I was hoping, but that's the way it is, and we need to live with it.
He sounds defeated,
Massively.
Jules.
You don't admit that you've lost the fighting spirit. Someone who needs to find some fighting spirit. Hirvonen struggled all day. Just cannot work out what it is.
Look now at the stage and how much it is cutting up.
Well, I'm really struggling, really struggling a lot. So, okay, notes are too slow, but it's really tricky.
Yeah, he talked about that all throughout the day, the notes just not being quick enough. So, Ogier into the lead, 1.5 seconds is the difference now between Ogier and Mikkelsen.
Okay, Hannon in 6th, Hirvonen down in 7th. Neuville dropping down a little bit. Kubica now back into the top 10 after his problems, and Elfyn Evans. But look at the gaps compared to what they were before. 30-odd seconds difference in those cars from the first stage to the second run.
Okay, so you can see all these people within the stage and the conditions of the stages. Sadly, the reruns of these stages, so 7 and 8, were both cancelled due to the deterioration of the stages.
Looks like it was too crowded in the stage, so was cancelled. The conditions were also really bad, I guess, because of we've seen during Wiki that the ground is very soft here, and the ruts were huge, I guess. But yeah, we all in all spent a day here for not so much racing time.
Thierry, we've been watching you adjusting the ride height on the car. I don't know whether you're going up or down and what you're doing in special tools. That's the kind of thing you do regularly or just here?
No, you do it regularly, but as you see, it takes a long time. The system we use for the moment is not the best, and it takes you at least 20 minutes to go down by the right side, or even more if you want to go up. But yeah, we had planned to do some really rough stages in the early afternoon, and yeah, now the last 2 stages of the day will be very smooth and very fast. So you just try to get the weight of the car down, the right side down, to have a better lateral grip and a better balance of the car.
So with those 2 stages cancelled then, the drivers went through stage 9, Mikkelsen in the lead by 1 second over Ogier, with still the super special stage to run to round off day 2 in Poland. Still a great battle at the front of the field. Thierry Neuville with a bit of drama after stage 9, brakes very hot. Managed to sort the problem at the stage end though and carried on. Elfyn Evans completes the top 10 for the second day in Poland. One more stage to run on the day, then plenty of drama so far, and 10 stages lined up for us on day 3.